Boom. How's everybody doing this evening? JC, what's up, guys? Run gun, yeehaw, ye low, bolt. How's everybody doing? Sassy, evening, my lady. Hope everybody's doing a fan. Starting to mess with some lighting in the room. These lights up here, I can change the colors in them, but I need some lights that are on the south side of this room that are pointing back. Hopefully, hopefully we will have it all decked out. That's bright. A deer blind. It's like a 360 blind to hunt out of. And the first one didn't go very well. I totally annihilated it. I broke it. And actually, I think it came defective from the factory. A replacement. And it was supposed to be here Friday, and it's Tuesday. So, Nomad, what's up, dude? Everything is great. Grit and Grace, thanks for being here. Howdy, howdy. Hope everybody's had a great start. I know I have. It's been pretty chaotic. I did just get to go on a really cool hunt a minute ago. Went to some beautiful acreage. It's stuff I've hunted before. It's some neighboring property that, well, one of my neighbors owns. It's hog issue, so it's pretty cool because now I'm getting to hunt hogs, I guess. But it's not cool for him because they're totally running his land. But yeah, did some hog scouting tonight. It was cool. Just water, yeah, dude. I used to love some moonshine. Used to dabble in some backyard stills. I think it's like a rite of passage here. At some point in your life, when you're in Arkansas, you distill moonshine. So, are you Paul Walker's son? Well, on account of I was probably, I don't know how far apart we are in age. Never mind. Nope. Drugs are bad. To make We were talking about moonshine. It's just water, but the rite of passage would to be, at some point in your adult life or as a youngster, you have to distill moonshine if you're from Arkansas. It's just part of it. I, I mean, so um, it was actually the one time that I almost lost my life. We were we had made a wash. So with moonshine, you have a wash would be with is going to be with corn or grains. So a wash would be fruit is going to be what you're going to distill. So we had made a wash. I don't remember out of what fruits. It was tons of different ones, and we had it in like this 55-gallon drum. For he was getting ready to distill this, and he had the distillery set up, and we had it all good to go. It was in this really big garage. So we had some propane heater or propane stoves, and we were heating the wash up or the mash, whatever. And we had like shut the garage door, and I started getting really, really lightheaded. We'd pretty much poisoned ourselves uh, from the propane gases. We didn't have enough fresh air coming in there. I totally just thought it was from sampling the moonshine. But no, it definitely about killed me. Nice sleeve. Where'd you get them done? Man, I started getting tattooed when I was like in high school. So a really good friend of mine did this arm here. A lot of it's still incomplete, but it goes into the back. We didn't finish this piece here or some of the coloring back here. I got this one. It was a spray can by the same artist. He was a really, really good friend of mine. So I used to just hang out in a tattoo parlor. There's a Buddha, but this was all done pretty well within like a 5 year period. I say 5 year period. This was done when I was, I don't know, 17 years ago, and then I tied everything in later. His name was Wolf, a good friend of mine. Probably one of the best tattoo artists in my area. Unfortunately, he retired due to health. So, is that Darth Vader? I don't have any Darth Vader tattoos, no. And then this arm is a samurai with an AK. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's a samurai there and a wolf up underneath there and some eyeballs, some skulls, and a $1 bill with like a family crest thing on it. I think I have a lot more tattoos. I just don't think about them a whole lot, nor do I want to show them on the internet. Yeah. I could remember whenever I'd first gotten a sleeve, I didn't know people. I knew like one other dude that had a sleeve, especially in my area, and now like every chick I know has a sleeve. It's just kind of cool how tattoos have evolved to where it was like you weren't supposed to get them to now everybody has them. So yeah, the new tattoo is not having tattoos, and then all these are blasted to. Will keep my shirt on unless people want to pay some big bucks to see that. Mm. What's up, Micah? I don't know, man. Reaver's a cool dude. You know, it's funny. A funny story about Reaver. I was gonna save it for if I ever do a live on the channel, but I thought he was like Australian. You know how it is whenever you see people on the internet, you just like don't know where they're at or where they're from, and especially other YouTubers, you don't know what's going on in their life or where they're at. But I just thought he was like an Australian that had guns. It's funny how that goes. Man, I don't really know anything about 338 ARC or ARC. I'm not don't keep up with a whole lot of the different calibers and stuff. We can have a hint of where you're from with all that artwork in the background. Yeah, probably the United States. America. Yeah. So the wall back here is from Hold Up Display. These guys totally kick ass. You kind of see a little bit more of it here. They have a pretty cool deal going on right now for every one of those that is sold between now and I think November 11th. They'll give like $776 to a local veteran in need. So yeah, it's pretty cool. That this right here was like the final. Say the final. It was like one of the first things that like I've been sent a lot of shit from doing YouTube, but this right here was probably the best gift ever to be sent just to make content with because it's badass. I really think it took this room to the next level. I've got camouflage everywhere. I have all my hunting gear just strung out. This whole room right now is literally just hunting gear. I usually don't take any of my camouflage inside the house. So this little recording room out here, gun room, is like the least scented room I have right now because normally I'll just take my camo and store it in totes outside or in an outdoor building we have. So yeah, it's kind of a disaster in here. But yeah, shout out to Hold Up Display. If you guys want like to take a gun wall to the next level or your gun room, that's the shit. Any of Hold Up Display stuff is totally like just unbelievably good quality. I have nothing but great things to say about that company. Super good shit. The only thing that could possibly make this stream better would be some feet. How much money you got? I'll show you my feet for $500. Shout out from Albuquerque. Hell yeah. Imagine someone breaks into your property and that's the first room they enter. I'll tell you what, I'll be honest. If someone can break into this room and my property, they're more than welcome to just have this shit. Because if you've made it past all the checkpoints, the Akitas, the guns, the crazy people, the banjos, um, the gatekeepers, you're more than welcome to it. That's the way I look at it. Furthermore, it's like if someone did break into a room and you had this many guns, like what where are you gonna put them in? Like, I mean, it would, yeah. People are dumb. Yeah, I use a scent bag too. Those actually work really good. Or a scent box, put like pine needles and stuff in it. Or you can build like a little fire and have smoke and stuff in there. It works really, really good. No, no one's making it past the banjo people. Why do people drink water from glass jars? Why do people drink water from plastic? You ever heard of microplastics? It should be a sign when there's stacks of shovels around the house. Couldn't agree anymore, man. Dumb is wearing a shirt that matches your tattoos. Hmm. I had a bottle of dough pee bust in my hunting gear once. It sucked, dude. So it's funny because we have like this just little small shithole town Walmart, and they used to keep all the doe urine and stuff out like on the hunting aisle, and I guess people would just like go by, open it up, and spray it down the aisles. So like a while back, our small town, our Walmart smelled like doe piss on the clearance aisle for like 3 months. It was like July and it still smelled like doe piss on there. It was so cool. I'll tell you a cool story about doe piss. I bought some one summer. I've never really used like lures or anything like that for deer, but I bought some on sale and I put it on a drag rag and I walked out of this door that I'm in right now. So walk out of this door. Of course, we're on our farms and stuff, and I hang a left out of here on a drag rag with the doe piss on like a little piece of paper towel or something, and I drag it all the way to my deer stand. Except I had put up a little ground blind. It wasn't very big, just like a little pop up cheap ass ground blind that I had shrubbed in there. I think this was like 4 years ago. Anyways, it's 2 o'clock and I'm eating Cheese Whiz, which is basically plastic cheese on a Ritz cracker. And I look up, and honestly, I thought someone was playing a joke on me and I was about to shoot somebody because I just see a set of 8 point horns walking directly into, like, you've got the opening right here that you're shooting out of in your deer blind. And I just see four horns and then four more horns. So like 8 horns, and it's literally brushing against the side of my deer blind. That bastard was like, and this was on November 12th. So it was prime time or peak rut in my area. It was probably like a 3-year-old 8 point. I've got a skull. A matter of fact, I've got it right here. I can literally point at it. I will show you the deer that came into my deer blind. It was funny because whenever I shot it, um, it was so close. Like, it was so close to me. that I shoulder shot it because I couldn't even pick my gun up. So I shot through the blind. But yeah, so like I'm sitting there looking through this, and this is what I see. I just see this and then like another one. So I just shoot a hole through the blind. And the next thing I know, I was like, I thought somebody had taken like a taxidermist shoulder mount and just was like messing with me. I've never been that close. I've been since then. I've been close to a lot of bucks, but this was a pretty good one. But yeah, that's from a drag rag and whatever you would call it, doe and estrus piss or whatever. That's pretty cool. What's up, Shed Al? Got all the homies in the house. No, dude, your first problem's buying a Ford F-150. Yeah, dude. I had like a suppressor and everything. I was using a 223 and my suppressor this long and I'm trying to scoot back to shoot this thing. Honestly, it scared the shit out of me. Yes, that's exactly right. If you put that stuff on the bottom of your shoe and walk, I think it definitely works. I had a badass buck hit my trail camera just a few minutes ago, and then daylight. I had two really nice ones daylight today, so it was badass. Brother, you're a Chevy guy. I drive GMCs, the gay man's Cadillac. I've got two AT4s, and I'll be honest, the AT4s have been really good. I know some people have had terrible issues. I've got a 2019. It looks brand new. It's got 130,000 miles on it, and it drives flawless. And then I have a Yukon AT4, and it's only got 50,000 miles. So that story told me everything I need to know about you hunting. I would really like to hear that. I'd like to know what you meant by that. W. Fell. That story told me everything I need to know about you and hunting. I'm just curious what you mean by that because I hunt like 7 days a week. So if you're like mouthing at the fact that I used a drag rag and set in a blind one day, I've killed like 75 deer since then, and they're all pretty large, and they were with everything imaginable. But I would like to know that. I'm always curious how like other dudes think about how other people get their food. Like, could you imagine if someone mouthed like what you drove to the grocery store to get a gallon of milk? It's like when someone gets mad at another guy for using a 308 versus a 30-06 or a crossbow against a longbow or a recurve bow against a pistol. Like, I don't give a shit how you hunt. Like, I don't know about how other people hunt, but I eat for food or I hunt for food, and I hunt a lot. It's kind of what I do a lot. And I've never once mouthed someone for how they hunt or what tactics work for them. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. What's up, ground fog? Loaders. Oh, man. It's big game season, isn't it? You can shoot like little game. You can just shoot little nubby bucks. Oh yeah, GMC Chevy. It's the same shit. I want to know what that guy meant. I know he won't answer that question. Real men hunt with an F-150. Just hit him on the road, man. We just got deer legs last week. Do you hunt a lot? Yeah, I just got back from it, but we were hunting hogs tonight. So I just wish you'd answer my question though about what you meant by I know everything about how you hunt. I mostly try to hunt for your mom, but she's been hiding behind the bushes here lately. Run Gun's onto something there. Was Elton John the inspiration behind those glasses? No, never really was an Elton John fan. I kind of I like Hunter S. Thompson a whole lot, but I've always wore 80 aviators, and most of the shorts that I film are at like 6 a.m. before I go to work, or at like 11 o'clock at night. So if I don't wear glasses whenever I'm filming, I look extremely stoned or just really, really sleep deprived. So um, I don't partake in the stoneries. But yeah, I just found out a long time ago it was best. I wear contacts too. So it's really good if I wear glasses whenever I'm making shorts because sometimes I'll film like 7 a day or 4 or 5 or 10 and my eyes just I just get really tired. Thanks, Friss, for the love. No, I actually got rid of my FAL. I wanted an FAL for quite some time and I wound up getting a used one from my cousin and I did not like it. Is your state open carry? Dude, we can do whatever we want. We can it's constitutional carry. So we can open carry, conceal carry, we can do all those. There are no rules to carrying a pistol. Obviously you have to abide by the same, with going into a bank or whatever unless you have the proper paperwork, but yeah, I don't play those games. I just carry my gun. I'm not going to pay the government to tell me when I can and can't. Be honest, do you eat toothpaste? I could because my toothpaste is just baking soda and peroxide. So, yeah, I guess if I wanted to eat my toothpaste, I could. Only Fuds open and carry unless it's kind of some kind of AR. 100%. Micah, I have a shitload of predators. Here you go, I'll show you for the live only. But if you look in that back corner, right back there, there's probably like 40 boxes of predators. That's not even half of them. I have a problem with NECA predators. Some of y'all be chugging the Tylenol. Oh, that's funny, man. Grit and Grace is great. I think Del Boy is kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Still sober. So my last drink was September like 4th or something like that was my last drink. So there's a lot of just dusty ass bourbon over there. This is just a few of the bottles. Obviously, that is full. This cabinet's full, and then I have like two more of these inside my actual house. So I have an astronomical amount of bourbon that I don't drink. So September, I think it was whatever the first weekend of September was. That was the last time I had like a beer. So yeah, 100% no alcohol, and I don't know if I'll ever go back, if I'll ever drink again, just because of obviously, as you can tell, I like collecting bourbon. I've drank a lot of bourbon. I've drank a lot, and man, I'll tell you, like I started setting like just stupid goals not only for my health, but just for exercise, for hunting, and I keep really going down the rabbit hole of like tracking deer and being out in the woods and picking up more pieces of property to hunt on. And I've just really became obsessed with being outside. And especially since I guess you could say my life allows me to do that. Not my wife, but my life and my lifestyle. It really allows me to be outdoors like 7 days a week. And I'm super fortunate to have a family that supports, really what I do. And I noticed that when I would drink alcohol, I never suffered with depression, never had any depression stuff, never had negativity really. Um, keep in mind, I've been involved in like the first responder and fire stuff since I was like 18 years old. I never had like PTSD kind of stuff or anything. So it's definitely not why I drank. I think I just drank to like have a good time. But what I started to notice is it was slowing me down, and like I just couldn't. I would drink all weekend, film, hunt, exercise, run, do all of these things, and then I would come home and drink. It was like, how much sense does this make? I'm like kicking ass at everything else, but then I'm coming home and I'm drinking alcohol. It just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I'm totally like not one of those people that I even talk about it. I don't think, other than on this channel, whenever I made the short that I was quitting drinking, I don't tell people, I don't talk about it, I don't make a big deal about it. But it is kind of funny whenever you're like somewhere and you tell somebody, good night, Sassy. It's funny whenever you tell somebody like you don't drink anymore because they just assume you're like an alcoholic. And it's like, no, I just don't want to drink anymore. I just stick to water. So yeah. Del Boy, you're obnoxious. I'm pretty sure if you were here and I was drunk, I'd punch you in the fucking face. Every time I look down, you just have some bullshit to say. I'm putting this bastard in timeout. Fucking obnoxious. Soda's good. I just don't drink soda. I've never cared for soda. It's like I just look at a live stream and the comments is like a campfire. Like I just assume if you're here, you're like just you're at a fucking RV park and there's just people with campfires and you're just like, I'm gonna go sit with these people. Why do people keep asking me what state I'm in? Is that like a curiosity because you just want to know what state I'm in, or because you want to like come and find me? Because there's been some weird people. You need to pick up the torch and test homemade body armor. I mean, send me some money. I could be Uncle's for carry around sweet tea, but think till I make it you look crazy. Oh yeah, sweet tea kind of makes your mouth hurt. I guess the Midwest. I don't really think I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the South. That's funny that you think my accent's from the Midwest though, so I'll take it. Get a job. Let's see. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. I am new to the live. I would like to get a better idea of your morals. Could you please provide your profession, body count, and your religion? Thank you very much. Just tell them you're in a semi solid state. That's actually a pretty good one out there. God, people are crazy. Yo, you do lives? Absolutely. Hey, Tennessee was a good guess. Jethro Miller, your live stream looks like a spoof of a hunting video. With a name like Jethro, I feel you can say whatever you'd like. Good evening from the Bay Area. Oh yeah, Raging. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. I'm new to the live. I would like to get a better idea of your morals. Morals is in what keeps me from running around acting like a crazy person. Probably freedoms. So my morals would be I live a really simple life. I think everything that you put out there and everything you do has consequences. Not from higher powers, not from spirits, not from ghosts, but I think everything you do in life, whether you say it comes from up, down, middle, sideways, I think what you put out, you get in return. So that would be my morals: is what you do, how you think, how you yourself, how you conduct business. Yeah, that would be where my morals come from. I'm gonna skip a few of them on here. My religion would probably be like nature. I think nature would be the closest thing I have to a religion if we're gonna go there. I think everything you need in life you can find very deep into the forest, the woods, and the fields. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So I hope that answered your question. Captain Cake. The wall behind you makes you look like a crazy person, whether right or not. I will tell you something about me with 1000% certainty that you don't even have to guess, Captain Cake. I am crazy. And I'm sorry that you had to find that out on a live stream, but if you just stroll through any of my shorts and you get to know me very well, you will probably find that out. So I'm glad that that happened there. How much morals you got after a whole bottle of corn liquor? Well, on an account of I've probably drank more corn liquor than your mom and dad put together, and I've never committed any crimes, and I've never done anything wrong to my wife. I would say my moral code probably still is on the right path then, but yeah, I could definitely handle my liquor pretty well, but I don't know. I don't look to do that. What's up, Scoot? Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, you bet. You bet. I'm trying to keep up and go. Captain Cake, Arkansas. Do you know where the Ozark is? Yep, I know exactly where the Ozarks is. Very familiar with it. Van Scott has a wonderful question. What is your favorite AR-15 trigger? Probably the Geisley, the two-stage Geisley, and the Larue. I would say my primary trigger I run in both my 308s, AR-10s, and AR-15s. would be the Geisley curved. I don't like flat face triggers at all. I like curved triggers. My fingers rest way better in them. So we the Pew, bro, be honest. Did you make some corn whiskey in the woods? 100%, dude. I'm in Arkansas, of course. He stopped drinking. Y'all don't watch his shit. What's this? Good night, Alvin. No chance Overton can run a mile. I don't think he has to. Is this wall from Hold Up Display? Yes. Check out this beautiful wall from Hold Up Display. Here in a minute, I'll take y'all over there and I'll show you a few things on it real quick. D Boss, what's up, bro? I know, man. I miss you, dude. I really, really miss D Boss. Dave, I'm ready to see you, bro. Sorry I can't make it to Vegas. I suck. I've got, I unfortunately have so many freaking things going that, yeah, I can't make it. But next year, I will be in Vegas. We will have a good time. Everybody go follow D Boss. Show some love. Guys are freaking hilarious. Great homies. Dave is Dave's a hoot. Bird says he can run a 6 minute mile right now. Damn. Dude, you should upload it. If you're running a 6 minute mile, I did like an 8:10. But yeah, I want to see a 6 minute mile. I hadn't seen a 6 minute mile in a minute. There's a dude that I was kind of doing some jujitsu with that was getting pretty close to that. He was like at a 6.5, but I think he was like 34, which is pretty good. If you're 30 and you're running a 6 minute mile, like that's pretty wild, dude. Bro, we escaped being locked onto an Air Force base tonight. Had to drive 2 hours through the mountains to escape. You missed a wild time. Like, why am I not there? Why was I not there for that one? I really, really, really don't like that I didn't get to experience almost being locked on a base. Feelings on FRT. Should we buy now while we can? Is it gimmicky? Are they legit? I heard good reviews, but I haven't. Dude, I love FRTs. So I run the Delta Team Tactical FRTs. I think I paid like $500 for it when it first came out, but I've got a few of them, hands down the best. I mean, I'm sure there's just as good now. Um, but yeah, I would definitely recommend buying FRTs. They're amazing. What's up, Manny G? Dude, I didn't know you were a distant coach. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I'm really trying. I trained last year to do a marathon, and then I had to break it down to a half marathon. I was running a lot, like three miles a day, and then I jumped it up to like 4 miles a day, and then I went to five every other day, and then I broke my toe, so I quit. It's if it wasn't for deer season right now, I would totally do. I would totally be training to go back to a half marathon. I think I could probably do one now. It just wouldn't be very pretty. So, in Colorado, if you want to shoot a deer, you have to ask permission from the Kings, and then maybe you might see one. That's awesome. Hello, Tabby. Thank you for stopping by. Mish, I want an AK-50. That's not a bad idea. AK-50s are always fun. Are the ones from Delta a lot if there are insane prices? Yeah, the thing about Delta is I think they've gone down. I think they've gone down, but I would still recommend getting one. I don't know. They're like a lifetime thing too. They're like actually a legit good trigger. So like you're not getting a like an FRT that's like just put together bullshit. It's going to be one that's going to last. So Bird, he doesn't like my mods, dude. These mods kick ass. They work hard. I mean, hey man, I mean they're fucking trying to figure out if you're, which is pretty impressive. Good night, Grit. Thank you for stopping by, Grit and Grace. Yeah, the plane crash in Kentucky, pretty wild. Faith, the act of reaching towards the light, or the quiet surrender of realizing the light has always been within the darkness we feared? No. I think faith is something that people come up with when they can't prove that something is real. Um, is faith the act of reaching towards the light, or always been within the darkness we feared? I don't fear the darkness, and I don't think anybody else should either. I don't think fear is real. It's false evidence appearing real. Dude, everybody go show King of Camo some love. Thanks for being here, man. We need to just pull you guys all on here and just throw a party tonight. Hello and greetings from Canada. Hey, look, the boss. Y'all got a neighbor in the chat. Here's what I think: faith is not proof of what lies ahead, but peace with what lies unseen. Maybe. Dude, bird, man. Why is he tripping out? I think the mods are just giving you shit because nobody believes you could run a 6 minute mile. The Daniel Defense FRT, the DDT, that's right, Delta Team Tactical. FRT works great in 5.56, not so much in PCC. Yeah, I think it's probably the best one as far as quality. I think it's really cool. Send us an invite to the live. Okay, hold on one second. How do I do that? How do I send other people invites to the live? This. Do do do. Oh, I know how to do this. No, you don't go to create. Dude, the bird is not the word. Dude, the bird's about to get some hate. See here. How do I do this? I'll make a deal with you, man. If you can post a video of you running a 6 minute mile, I've got to mail out some goodie packages to some giveaway winners last week. I will I'll hook you up, man. All wrong. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna try to invite D Boss. I'm gonna try to invite these fellers in here. Okay, let me see here. Bet that I'm just gonna go run a you're gonna go run a mile in 6 minutes at night. Do it or we will ban you. Yes. Dude. There's one. Let's see here. I'm trying to invite somebody. I think I know how to do it. Running straight to jail. Bird running straight to jail. Oh shit, that's good, man. That's the best comment of the night right there, man. Okay. I think I can go over here to live. Okay, how do you invite? I think you go to I don't know how do you invite? Okay, hold on a second. Where are these guys at? Please tell me you are east of the Mississippi and south of the Mason Dixon. Of course I am. Thoughts on the Springfield? I really can't give you much thoughts on that. I'm sure it works, but I just buy Glocks. I keep it real simple. I don't venture out too far anymore. Or HK. I like HK pistols too. How do you invite somebody to your live stream? What's your everyday carry? A Glock 43X MOS. Fox, I don't think you can invite anyone on a vertical live. Ooh, be correct there. Start a poll. Ooh, I can start a poll. Let's see. Share. I think I can invite green screen. Ooh, I can do a green screen. Look how stupid this is. It's not really working out that good. Let's just keep playing with this. I want to figure it out until I can invite somebody. What's up, 2A Gabe? Meow. Boom. Apparently, you can only invite someone when you start the live. Sorry, I'm used to restream. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just start here in a second. Dude, I know. Y'all are out in Vegas. I wish I was out there with you guys so bad. Did you mod your 19 G19? Yeah, I've modded my 45 and my 19 a little bit. I think like a barrel, some better grip, some mag extensions, and all, and some of those things. Thanks for the love, Leon. Leon. So we're gonna do a live stream. I've got to schedule one, and or Modern Frontiersman. I'm like sleep deprived. I can't even remember people's name. And D Boss and Keegan Camo. I've got to get on the live with you guys. We would have a freaking ball. Mike Davis says, "How long have you been going?" So I started YouTube in like probably 2021. I started helping my cousin on the Michiko channel. So if you go and you look up Michiko, he is my first cousin. Him on his YouTube channel for a little while, and then I decided that I was going to kind of do my own. So I started this one, I think a year ago, maybe not even a year ago, maybe like 9 months ago. So, yep. California here fighting the good fight. He's out there gang banging, dude. Like with HKS on the Thicken building and 21 stuff. Yeah, something like that. Hello from California, love. So let's check this out. I got very long. So let's go over here. I need to turn the lights on, so I can't touch anything. But yeah, we got the AKs here. I got some AKs put back there in the back, some of the AK pistols. One of my favorite AK, the that's the FB Polish Radom. And then right there is the Arsenal. I think that's the Sam 7 milled AK. That, of course, more of our classic Romanian look here. That's like an original. I don't know what year that thing is. I have the info wrote down, but it's more of a collector's piece at this point. I need to put a better grip on it. Of course, there's a Stava 308 up there. Got a couple of one of my favorite budget shotguns right here was the Lynx 12 gauge. That's magazine fed. And dude, this thing is awesome. You used to be able to get these things for like 250, 300 bucks. Um, Zastava, everybody should recognize just by the the finish on this, that's a Mac Chinese AK. This right here is going to be the WBP mini jack. That's pretty well modded out. I've got it set up for a little bit of nighttime settings. I hate the primary arm. It's got like a 3 times prism in there. I need to give that away. I gave one in a giveaway. Yeah, there's my little side fold coat hanger. It's going to be your wasser. And yeah, 2 more Zastavas there. Of course, one of my favorites, some of my NECA's Predators. Underfold Arsenal with DRUM. Some Stogies, Ruger Precision. This is my HK MR556. I did some hog hunting, went and scouted some new property, so that was pretty cool. Do we lose our beliefs when they fail us? Philosophy stuff. Jojo, are you a Trump supporter? I'm just curious what that matters. Like, I really am. Are you a Kamala supporter? Like, I don't get why people ask that. Like, it's so odd. A supporter or someone that chose to vote in a way that they felt was best for their life. I mean, like, so odd. Did you put in for Perk this year? I don't know what. Arms 3 time Pegasus magnifier I'd like to give away. Yeah, you should definitely do it. Springfield 1911. This thing has been really, really cool. That's the Marine Operator. Really, really good gun. And I think everybody should go out and buy one of the Ruger. What are those? The Ruger. I forget what those damn things are called. Like I said, I'm like running low on sleep. But those are badass. Little 22 Ruger 22s. Benelli, by far my favorite shotgun. These get a lot of hate and they get a lot of love. And I think if everybody owned one, they would probably understand why they get more love than they do hate. Mark Lamar set me L, little 30-30 lever Marlin up there. That's actually a homie's. Uh, Torch Judge. There's just a few I got laid out. My Glock. That's my pretty well daily grinder and the old battle belt and stuff. Of course, we go through here. We got a couple of different ARs. And the other safe is actually moved. So this one's full, but I'm not leaned up against on it. I know it's going to fall, and YouTube will not allow me to have any interactions with them other than this. A little Mac 11 up there. One of my favorite with the AUGs, with of course the little Spectar there. It's one of my, and as always, the Daniel Defense pistol with the G44 magnifier and EOTech. Let's see what else. God, I forgot I even had some of these. I never even look at them anymore. What does that mean to you? I guess I need to go back up. Oh, I'm a constitutionalist. Yeah, those are my favorite. Yeah, here's some more stuff. This is a totally slip-on gun right here. The CZ Bren. I did put like the AR pistol brace on there or whatever. I think everybody should own one of these guns, and I think more guns should be kind of built like that. CZ Scorpion, one of my favorite guns ever. Sending some doll hairs. I love the content. Keep doing it. Hey, thanks for the $10, man. That definitely can go. Thanks for the love. That's also one of my favorites right there. Yeah, I'm getting kind of lost on my wall. A couple different tripods, gun box here. I keep a lot of my Coyote stuff in this little box here because I can just throw it in the truck. Of course, there's Coyote call. This is my climber, or I say my climber, so like my platform. That's what I'll hunt off of with my saddle. And then there's my climbing sticks. And of course, I've got just a lot of my camo stuff thrown out. I'll keep my camo in these totes right here because these bags are like airproof bags. So like they don't get scent in them. You can like smoke your clothes out, or you can put pine needles and stuff in there. And yeah, it definitely will help do that. Somebody said an daily grinder AR-10. That'll be what I go into modern gun season and hunt with. Normally it'll have a suppressor on the end of it, but that is a LaRue AR-10 with a LMT lower. I actually should throw it in my tripod, but normally I'll put that suppressor on there. However, tonight I didn't want to take the other suppressor off of the Ruger. Took that one off of here, and then took the HK with me. By the way, this is the double tap tripod. These things freaking kick ass. Company talked to him last week, got this sent in, and let me tell you, it's really, really good stuff right there. I'm going to read the comments here for a second. Will you review more Monstrum products? Thinking about getting a Beast 1x8, but it's ultra budget, like paintball budget. Man, I'm definitely not going to tell you that's not a bad idea to get budget optics, but yeah, if it's paintball budget, you probably just answered your own. It's going to be for a paintball gun, not a real gun. But with that being said, I don't know what your budget is, but you can generally find some good budget optics for pretty cheap, and they not just be paintball gun stuff. So yeah, I mean, I can help you on that if you want. Send me an email. I can give you a list of decent budget optics. I don't know what you're using it for or what, but yeah, if you're just using it for plinking around, you know, arcing, running scope and stuff. I don't know what your budget is, but if you can put that in there. Also, that CV Life, I'll go grab it right here. I can't touch anything, but I can grab this scope right here. So this right here is the CV Life. Of course, I've got the sunshade on it. I can take that off. But this was actually a really, really good. This is the Eagle Blaze. This was a badass 5x25. And this thing actually kicked ass, and it's like 180 bucks. The only thing you'll have to do, I would recommend upgrading these, the little clips, your little scope mount clips, little pick rail clips. But yeah, this thing kicked ass. It's actually extremely clear. I mean, keep in mind, it's 180 bucks, but it's better than most $300, $400 scopes that I've played with. What stogies are you stocking in that humidor? I don't know what's back there. I used to keep only Sweet Janes, so I would do like the Sweet Jane. Those are like my favorite stogies. Dagwood. What are those called? I think they're Dagwoods. Does anybody else smoke Sweet Janes? Let me see here. That's what I always kept in there, but I'm out because Deadwood Sweet Janes. Yeah, those are like the best cigars ever. My favorite ones were generally the the Corona's good. Oh, they're all good. Anything, the Girl with No Names are good. Anything that Sweet Jane makes, fantastic cigars. Really good. Ruger RXM. There you go. I'm on the market for a good scope. Yeah, for sure. Find my email, hit me up. I can kind of direct you into some decent scopes. But Arkin does really good stuff. CV Life, these Eagle Blazes are really budget. These would pretty well work for anything you want to do, whether it be range shooting or deer hunting or coyote hunting. These are actually really badass. So I would say Arkin, CV Life. It just depends on what your budget is. I run a little bit of everything. I've got $3,000 scopes down to $200 scopes. So I think they're called backwoods. Backwoods are good too. Those are a little cheaper though. How often do you stream and what kind of content? I would say mostly a lifestyle content. We're anti-gun, and we don't believe in freedom of speech. And I mostly make content about napping and basket weaving and making pillows. Do you also have miniguns in your ammunition? I don't think I have a minigun. I have not heard of Sniper, Amazon brand. Yep. I haven't heard of them. I really haven't. But yeah, when it comes to scopes, I mean, you've got all kinds of options out there. There's there's all kinds of good stuff. Ammo Alchemist, what's up, dog? Dude, hook me up, Run Gun. Get me a 3D printed mini. I have not heard of them either, 2A Gabe. Thanks, DDA. Ammo, glad you're in the house. Oh, I could have done a .85 in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. How do you feel about the NFA? I would rather support Gun Owners of America. So GOA. Screw the NFA, go GOA. Chilling and yeah, look at my email. It's in my link description. Hey Fox, SSA or SSAE want more of a duty trigger? What gun are you putting it on? Dude, yeah, Matt, it's pretty wild out here. Yeah, Bird, you got to post that video up. Recommendations for growing a channel. You have to, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, you have to like really want to do it. Like you have to be willing to put the work in and want to do it because it's not going to grow if you half-ass it. So I can tell you right now, doing YouTube, if you want it to grow, is a 7-day week. I would say minimum 40 hours a week with YouTube. So and you could do that 40 hours in 3 days because there's a lot of times where I'll just do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll use my evenings and mornings to knock out more content. Yeah, it's 7 days a week. So if you want to grow a channel, constantly make content. It's kind of like asking, how do you get in shape, or how do you get better at lifting weights? You just do it 7 days a week. You just constantly do it, and then if you do it enough, you will eventually teach yourself how to be good at it. Just like anything else in life, if you do it 7 days a week, you'll eventually get good enough, and you'll eventually grow. But YouTube's tricky. I would not recommend doing anything that's in the firearm stuff because it's by far the hardest bullshit you put up with. Needs one too. Do lives. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate the love, man. Thanks, Lo. There's YouTube videos on how to make YouTube videos. Find an audience and find the time. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even waste your time watching videos about how to make YouTube videos. You just start doing it, and eventually you'll get better. It is a whole extra job. It really never stops. It constantly goes on. Were you a firefighter in my town that I live in Arkansas? Gnostic Nomad, pretty much. Happy to see your channel take off the way it has, man. Blessings your way, brother. I appreciate it too, Gabe. Opinion on 300 Blackout. That's a pretty good question because some days I like it and some days I don't. I guess the only reason, my opinion on 300 Blackout is it's pointless unless you're running it suppressed. So, like, you'll see a lot of these people and they go out and they buy a 9-inch or 8-inch 300 Blackout truck gun and they don't own a suppressor. So they're basically blowing their ears out for a round that you might as well just go into 223 or 7.62 by 39 or 308 or anything other than 300 Blackout, because 300 Blackout is going to be best within 150 yards in and suppressed. So in my opinion, if you're not going to run it suppressed, it wouldn't be anything I jump into just because the ammo isn't the cheapest. And face it, like, you're not going to reliably take good shots at 200, 300 yards with it. I mean, I'm sure you could, but I'm not big on 300 Blackout. I got rid of my 300 Blackouts. I just I hated being limited to the range with the 300 Blackouts that I had. Now, if you're wanting something for 100 yards in or home defense, maybe, but I'm just not really big into that. You go deer hunting? Yes, a whole lot. What do you think of Colt helping destroy Canadians' guns? Yeah, fuck Colt too. Interchangeable with 5.56 uppers. I mean, yeah, that's cool. My money was better off spent on $1,000 tripod or more ammo of 223 308, or I don't need a bunch of uppers. I don't need to know my holdovers on 300 Blackout. And I had 300 Blackout for like 15 years and I just never cared for it. I really didn't. I mean, it's cool. You can change the uppers out, but like, I just never found myself where I was going on a depredation hunt or I was going coyote hunting or hog hunting or any hunting. And I was like, I'm taking my 300 Blackout. It just never done it for me. I'm simple. Like, I have like 4 or 5 calibers and that's just what I stick with. I don't get into like fucking arcs and 6.5s and 338 Lapuas. I just keep shit simple, and I like stacking up a lot of animals. And rather than learning new ammos and holdovers and ballistics, I don't. People nerd out on that shit, and you can have your time. But I don't want to talk anyone out of 300 Blackout because it's great within 100 yards. It's got a hell of a punch to it, but it's just not really my jam. Never has been. I think Fox hunts aliens at this point and still need them for home defense. What do you think about WS? I don't know what the 243. I mean, it's fine. Hey man, thank you, Wazoo. I appreciate that. Am I going to war? Well, I mean, if I needed to, I would. Absolutely. Um, I think every American should be prepared to go to war in their own land or your home or whatever anybody wants to come and take. I'm not planning to go to war, but I can assure you I'm prepared to go to war. Maybe that makes sense. I'm legitimately not even sure if it's possible to have had 300 Blackout for 15 years at this point, at least not in a practical sense. So, what does that mean? I'm legitimately not even sure if it's possible to have had a 300 Blackout for 15 years. Yeah, I mean, you realize 300 Blackout was based on the Whisper back in like 1990 something for the SEALs. 300 Blackout. When did 300 Blackout become to the public? You may be onto something. I know for sure. I probably exaggerated by 15 years, but maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10. I don't know. Let's see here. 2011. There you go. Close to 15 years. I think I got my first 300 blackout. It's probably more or less like 8 years ago. And I don't even know what it was. Keep it real with that OG rap. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. Yeah, like what Barrow 4 said. I had a 300 blackout and I just didn't like it. I like my 308 better. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big comparison there, but yeah. You look healthy, brother. God bless. Hey, thank you, bro. I feel really good. Thank you, thank you. I'm really tired right now. What's up, Ethan? I plan on getting a 5.56 upper to have 300 blackout when I get into suppressors. Yeah, that's good. I think that would be the best way to own a 300 blackout is having suppressors. Not hating at all. I'm trying to find you back. I'm just an ammo nerd. No, I didn't take it as any hate. Fox really undercover CIA and that 300 blackout on deck, according to Grok. When did 300 Whisper come out? I think it was in the. Let's see. What was 300 Blackout based off of? Wasn't it like the 300 Whisper or some shit? I think it came out in the late 90s. It was invented for special forces to be used close up. Yeah, fall of 92. The 300 Whisper was invented in the fall of 1992 by J.D. Jones, SKS Industries, which uses a 221 Remington Fireball case necked up, 30 caliber. So they invented it to allow for a wide range of bullet weights and velocities, from light bullets at supersonic speeds to be heavier bullets at subsonic speeds. Guys, I'm so tired I can't even read. Suppressor. So basically, there you go. It was a suppressed, yeah, 92. RS Trotter likes 308. That's good stuff. I recognize that logo. I'm surprised Run Gun didn't know that. My camera's about to die. Oh shit. I don't have my charger. Any last questions? Any last hellos? I'd sat on here for a lot longer. I knew JDJ made it, just not the time period. I didn't think it was 92. I honestly thought it was a little bit later than that. Hello again. I thought it was just a little bit later. 92 is pretty early on. And then it took till 2011 to get it in a 300 blackout to the public. Any advice for smaller creators? Hello, I miss you. D Boss, I love you. Um, Ammo Alchemist, you're the best. Any advice for small creators? Yeah, just create content 7 days a week. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. That's how you do it. If you want it to pay like a full-time job, you got to treat it like a full-time job, except like a lot longer. I bought a brand new 19X last month, and I just noticed the slide has a tiny crack on the slide on the back. What should I do? Send it back to Glock. Um, Contact Glock, send them an email, send them pictures, and they will 100% warranty it, which is really weird. How did it get a crack in it? I ran mine over with a tractor. I actually have the video. It's on a short. I like ran my 19 over with a tractor multiple times on concrete, and it wouldn't even crack. A lot of paperwork being a gun tuber. Yeah, you're right. I had to send them a stool sample. So, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. Unfortunately, my camera is about to go dead. So, I'm going to start doing a live once a week. So, think of questions. See you guys on the next one. Thanks, y'all.